Welcome back to World Drum Club. Coming up in this video, I do a sound comparison with different sticks and mallets of 3 different China cymbals. Yes, I can only hold 2 at one time, but I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do this video for so long. You guys are going to like it. I guarantee it. All right, let's get right to it. Okay, you guys, now it's time to check the 20-inch Paiste China type. Let's take a look. Here's the overhead view. You can see right here, it says China type. This is a 505. I know it's kind of hard to see there, but this is an older cymbal. I've had this cymbal for, I don't know, 30 years. And Paiste does make different types of China types, so this is just one of them. Let's check it first in the regular mic with the overhead mic, right? And then we're gonna hear it with the bottom mic. So let's go to our side view, and this will just be the overhead with a little bit of reverb. Sounds like this. Now we're gonna go to the black Piatti mallet. Okay, here it is with a regular drumstick. And now with a Root 505 plastic bundled sticks. Next up, I'm going to use the soft mallet, the surdo mallet. And now the really big soft gong mallet. Okay, so while we're here, I'm going to backtrack and I'm going to turn on the lower mic. Get ready. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Be sure to leave your thoughts on each cymbal down in the comments. I think it'll be really interesting to look back after a little while and see what different people think about the different cymbals and the different sticks and mallets and all that stuff. Just makes it a little more interesting. All right, on to the next. Next up is the 21-inch Wuhan China type. This is from Wuhan China, and I've had this cymbal probably 30 years as well. Let's give it a listen, you guys. I'm super excited for this. In fact, ooh. Let me show you what I just did. All right. Like the other cymbals, I'm going to put a little reverb on this one. First, I want to get it kind of flattened out here because they don't all sit the same way. Check this out. I'm gonna bend it and then unbend it. That is a trick I've never done before. We're gonna start with the mallets, soft piatti, then harder piatti, a couple sticks, and then we'll get into the soft mallets, the gong mallets, and then we'll work our way backwards with the low frequency mic under here engaged. All right, but first, just the top mic. And a little reverb. All right, now we're going to work our way backwards, starting with the soft gong mallets. I'm going to engage the bottom mic. So get ready. It's going to be exciting. Pretty cool stuff, you guys. What do you think of the 21-inch? That's the Wuhan China cymbal. And now, next up, 22.5, the big boy. All right, so we'll be right back. Oh, hello. The time has come, you guys, for the 22.5-inch China type. This is another Wuhan cymbal that I also bought when I bought the 21-inch. And hello. Check it out. Hello. Whoop. Let's get right to it. We're going to go through much the same process as we did with the other cymbals. I do have to say that as I balance these and I learned how to work with these, I want to show you guys something. And that is that this top hole is pretty small, right? And it's amazing to me, and so I want to show you, if I just move this position here, like this rope, see how it's on the right side now, and now it's on the left side a little bit, a tiny bit. Watch what happens to the balance. Like, I'll put it on one side, like forward, and then I'll move it to the other side. And very little changed. No, what I've been noticing is that it actually changes. Well, first of all, the cymbal itself is not, it's not perfectly balanced, and the hole may not be perfectly centered, but it does make a difference. Like even that little tiny bit in the top where you put the rope. See there, it changed quite a bit. Maybe because I rotated it too. Anyway, let's get on with the test. I'm going to do the same thing for this one as I did for the other two, which is I'm going to start off with the piatti, the medium piatti mallets or the softer mallets, and then the harder mallets. Those are the yarn mallets. And then we're going to go to a drumstick, and then the wooden bundled sticks, plastic bundled sticks, and then the surdo mallet, the soft mallet, and then the really soft gong mallet. And then as we go backwards, I'll do something else for you guys. And let's do this. It's exciting, isn't it? All right, here we go. right, you guys, you know what's up. So we're gonna move to the all the same implements with the low mic on the cymbal. This one right down here. But before we do that, I wanna say that I appreciate you guys stopping by World Drum Club, and if you are getting something out of this video, if you're watching this video to this point, then please at least subscribe to the channel. It really helps. Like the video and hit that bell so you get notifications. And I want to let you know right now, I'm going to do a little bit more on another video with these things. I'm going to add a couple other instruments, and I'm going to put that in a link down below, and it's going to be on my Patreon page, patreon.com/Kalani, and you can watch it for free. You don't have to be a patron, but I will post that there, and you guys can go there, and then we can keep the conversation going and discuss what is amazing about these instruments. I think they're all really cool, and if if you've been focused on gongs lately, like a lot of people, I would suggest that you also give these China cymbals a try, and with the right miking, as you can tell, you can get some amazing results. You don't always have to have a gigantic instrument to have a gigantic sound. And with that, let's do this. We're gonna turn that mic on. We're gonna start with the big mallet, and I'm looking forward to this, you guys. I think it's gonna be amazing. All right, let's do it. Woo! Okay. All right, you guys. Wow. What do you guys think? So I'm going to give you my full take in the video that is linked below, because I have quite a few things to say about these. But you can put whatever you want to say in the comments down below. And look at this thing still picking up my voice. It's really cool, you guys. So again, we listened to a 20-inch 505 China from Paiste. We listened to a 21-inch Wuhan China and a 22.5, which we just finished. That's what this one is. Also Wuhan. So what do you guys think? I've been wanting to make this video for a long time because I know that these cymbals are amazing. There's so much in here, and I feel like I kind of rushed through this, but I would highly recommend you get your hands on at least one China type cymbal. I have preferences, but I'm not going to say here. I'll tell you guys in the other video. All right, so again, I'm Kalani. This is World Drum Club, and this has been a review of 3 China type cymbals with 2 mics, one above and one below. And I hope you guys appreciate that. If you do, show your appreciation. Hit the like button, hit the bell so you get notifications. And I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks for stopping by World Drum Club. Thanks for watching.